This eerie tale unfolded in summer 2018, a time when my sister, her friends, P. Nay and her boyfriend named P. Payan, and I embarked on a beach vacation in Phuket, a famous tourist destination in Thailand. We arrived late due to our distant province, and the sun was already dipping below the horizon when we reached our hotel near Patong Beach. Our accommodation, though charming, had an unsettling vibe. The air conditioner malfunctioned, casting a stifling heat throughout the room. Despite our efforts to make ourselves comfortable, a palpable tension hung in the air. The atmosphere felt heavy, as if an invisible presence lingered in the corners of the room. On that first night, we gathered in our rooms, attempting to shake off the unease that settled upon us. My sister's friend, a usually composed individual, suddenly grew agitated. He claimed to have sensed someone standing beside him, yet when he turned, there was no one there. We reassured him, attributing his unease to tiredness and the unfamiliar surroundings. However, a seed of fear had been planted in our minds. As the night wore on, the conversation took a chilling turn. My sister's friend mentioned the word tsunami, and an icy shiver ran down our spines. The mention of that tragic event, with its haunting memories, amplified the eerie ambiance. We tried to distract ourselves with our phones, seeking refuge in the digital world, but the uneasiness persisted, gnawing at the edges of our consciousness. In an attempt to lighten the mood, my sister's friend showed us pictures of a water park they planned to visit the next day. Despite our best efforts to focus on the images, our attention was divided. A subtle tension filled the room as if unseen eyes were watching our every move. We pretended to be engrossed in the conversation, but our minds were elsewhere, clouded by an inexplicable sense of dread. Later, my sister's friend's unease seemed to escalate. He became convinced that someone had moved around him, even though we remained stationary. His fear was contagious, and we too felt an unsettling presence. The room, once a sanctuary, had transformed into a chamber of apprehension. As the night deepened, we decided to retire to bed, hoping that sleep would provide an escape from the disquieting atmosphere. I pulled my blanket tightly around me, seeking solace in its familiar warmth, but sleep remained elusive. Instead, I drifted into a peculiar dream, or at least, I thought it was a dream. In this strange realm, reality blurred, and the line between the waking world and the subconscious became indistinguishable. I watched myself lying flat on the bed in the dream that night. Although it was strange, but the me on the bed was also staring back to myself. The night felt like an eternity. Morning brought little relief. We awoke, our minds heavy with the remnants of the unsettling night. The feeling of foreboding lingered, casting a shadow over the day ahead. Little did we know, the inexplicable events of that night were only the beginning of a series of chilling encounters that awaited us in the following nights. The mystery deepened, and our fear intensified, as we delved further into the unknown.